What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, The Last of Us, episode number 6. And we're coming off another... This show's done a really good job of just absolutely ripping your heart out of your gut when
and then
watching...
being like, cut!
Yeah. That was another really brutal episode, and the whole Henry and Sam storyline, it's one of those storylines, as game players, it's one of those storylines that I kind of wish they changed. Because I would have loved to see Henry and Sam continue with them.
Yeah.
But that's not the story. That's not the way it goes.
No.
But I absolutely love the relationship that Ellie and Sam were able to build in that really small amount of time. She was like big sister, and like they were playing and hanging out and talking about comic books and stuff. And then when he revealed the bite, and she's like, my blood, it's medicine. And she like tried to like rub it on him, and like that whole...
I really wish that worked that way.
Yeah, that whole situation and their relationship and their time together and their conversation was so good and just so well done. And again, it's just one of those such heartbreaking things that you really kind of were hoping like, oh, change it. Like, let them live. But
yeah. I mean, and it's one thing if you see it in the game. It's quite another when it's real actors doing it.
At least for us it is.
For me. Yeah.
But, I mean, but then Henry's reaction just... absolutely horrifying moment, and just the way he just shoots Sam, and then the way he handles it after that, and just Ellie's reaction to that was just, I mean, is just insane how amazing this show. And I'm going to keep talking about it because I think they're doing such an amazing job. I was so concerned with The Last of Us being live action, and it is absolutely incredible.
Oh, I love
the story elements, the emotion, the performances, everything about it, the changes that they're making, the stuff that they're staying true to, it's all just so great. And like obviously like the bloater and the giant swarm of clickers, that whole action sequence was so insane, and it looked so good, and I can't wait to see just like, how do you take one of them out in the show?
Oh my gosh.
How do you do it in the show?
Yes.
Because...
And again, we won't be spoiling anything. We played the games years ago. Yeah. Obviously, if you have not played the game, then you don't know what's going on, and we're not here to spoil it for you.
And to be honest, a lot of the smaller story, I've talked about this before, a lot of the stuff, I don't exactly remember the next element of the story. I know the journey continues to go find Tommy because they got out of Kansas City, they survived that whole situation, and that those hunters, and you know, they got out of that city, so that journey continues, and you know, it's just one of those things where it's just doing such an amazing job. It's so good. The elements, the emotions, I'm blown away by how good it is at this point, and I just can't wait to see where it continues to go, because there's a lot of shit coming up, and it's going to be really good. And I just, again, one of those things where I just can't wait to see how they intertwine a lot of the storylines and how they deliver things. And I mean, the clickers and the infected in this world are just so scary looking, and they sound amazing.
So good, though. So good.
So well done. So yeah, coming off of another amazing episode. It feels like we haven't watched this show for a week because it came out last week. Came out a little earlier in the week of the Super Bowl.
So we've those 2 extra days.
It feels like forever.
It does.
But here we are, Last of Us, episode number 6. But before we jump into the episode, got to keep the tradition going. Nikki's got a joke for ya.
I sure do. From my dad joke book. Did you hear about the thieves who fell in wet cement?
I did not hear about the thieves who fell in wet cement.
They were hardened criminals. Sorry.
Wow. As long as we remember, I'll make sure that Nikki reads a joke every Last of Us episode, because it's fitting. Because of Ellie and her pun book, it's perfect. So.
Hardened criminals.
Get it.
Cement.
Yeah.
Hardened criminals.
I think they got it.
If you have to explain it, then it's not funny.
Yeah.
I still think it's funny.
I think it's understood.
I get it. Yeah. I love it.
That's it. That's why they're cringy dad jokes.
Yes.
You ready for The Last of Us?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, it's snowing. 3 months later. Yeah. Wow.
And the gun.
Who the hell are you?
Just someone passing through.
Why did you shoot him?
The gun's all the way over there. He didn't hurt me, by the way.
Yeah, I got eyes. You made him soup?
Yeah, I did.
She's nice.
I'm looking for my brother.
Well, I ain't seen him.
I haven't told you what he looks like.
Look anything like you?
Bit?
Then I ain't seen him.
Can I come down?
No.
Oh, what?
What did I just say?
Joel, come on, there's like 1,000.
They're like 1,000.
I need you to tell us where we are.
Why you lost?
Must have missed all the street signs in the enormous fucking forest.
Holy.
We're somewhere here. Exactly where? And your answer better be the same as your wife's.
You telling the truth?
Yeah,
You telling me the truth?
yeah.
I like her a lot. You know, it'd be us, right?
Well, you found a great place to hide, I guess.
Came here before you were born, Sonny. Get the hell away from everybody.
I didn't want to.
Anywhere people used to be, you can't go there no more.
So you haven't heard the name Tommy?
Nope.
What about the Fireflies?
We get those in the summer.
I
Get
like
any
this too.
advice on the best way west?
Yeah, go east. You never go past the river here, ever.
What's past the river?
Death. We never seen who's out there, but we see the bodies they leave behind. If your brother's west of the river, he's gone.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him.
That was great.
Joel, are you
God.
okay? Joel?
Shut up.
Holy shit, are you dying?
I'm fine.
No, but are you? Because just a reminder that if you're dead, I'm fucked.
Shut up, fine. Just the cold air all of a sudden.
Shit.
All right, so let's go and find Tommy and the Fireflies. It's gonna be easy. All we have to do is cross the river of death.
No big deal. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Look at this.
River of death. Scary.
It's so pretty. Looks cold as fuck, but it's so pretty.
There's some caves along the river. We'll set up camp there, cross in the morning.
Good. Starving. Should have stolen 2 rabbits.
We can get our own rabbits.
You gonna teach me how?
Just keep moving.
The sass. Reminds me of my 10-year-old. I mean, without the cussing. Ooh, she'd be in so much trouble. Cool. Northern Lights.
Let's say we find the Fireflies. It all works. They draw my blood and put it through some of their fancy machines and make a cure. Then what? Like, what do we do?
Well, it's a we.
Okay, fine, whatever. You can do anything you want.
It's never been an option. Maybe an old farmhouse, some land, a ranch.
What kind?
Sheep. I would raise sheep. They're quiet, do what they're told.
Yeah, okay.
Ranch house with sheep.
And what about you? Where are you gonna go?
It's probably because I grew up in the QZ. Behind you, there's ocean, and ahead of you, there's a wall. Or else to look but up. I read everything I could in the school library. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Jim Lovell. But you know who my favorite is?
Sally Ride.
Sally fucking Ride. Best astronaut name ever.
It's true. Although Buzz is pretty awesome too.
It'll work, right? The vaccine.
It's a little late to start wondering.
I tried with Sam.
Tried what?
I knew he was infected. I rubbed some of my blood into his bite. I know, it was stupid, but I wanted to save him.
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that. Marlene, she's a lot of things, but she's no fool. If she says they can do it, they can do it.
My biggest question in all the different zombie content out there, like I Am Legend, this, Walking Dead, if a cure was ever found, legitimately, how do they distribute it out when there's so many infected?
Right.
So many zombies, clickers in this world, what do you do? How do you do it? That's always been my biggest question. How do you cure the world?
Mm-hmm. God, it looks so cold. Oh, God.
Yeah.
So cold. The hell?
Joel's hunt.
The river of death. Still no people.
Fine.
Oh, that's so pretty.
It's also quite horrifying
Yes.
in this situation.
Absolutely. You're not going to be able to run fast in the snow. I
mean, this show, amazing, another amazing shot. Like, this show's cinematography has been so good.
It's just gorgeous.
It's like, even the stuff that have been like green screen shots, it's so unnoticeable. Everything has looked so good. The environment just, it's horrifyingly beautiful.
True.
I'm learning how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle?
Does it sound like I know how to whistle?
No.
I suck at whistling. I can't do it either. I can't do that. I can only...
You should teach me how to hunt.
Oh.
She's a girl. She can't handle it.
Can handle the shooting. Not so sure about the dressing.
What's the dressing?
The part where you take the guts out.
Oh.
Why do they call it dressing? You should call it undressing. Because it is. It's like undressing from the inside.
I love their conversations.
Joel is such a dad.
Damn.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, shit.
We ain't looking for any trouble. We're just passing through.
You, take 5 steps back.
How about we just talk this through?
How about you shut the fuck up?
Well, slow down.
You been near infected?
There's no infected out here.
The hell there ain't. Last chance for a bullet. If you're infected, he will smell it and he will rip you up.
That's a good boy.
Now her.
Oh, cutie.
What are you doing out here?
Just looking for my brother. It's all, nothing more.
What's your name?
Joel.
Yep. 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 Looks good. Look at those horse booties. Those pretty babies.
It's amazing.
Honestly.
Jackson.
Tommy!
By the way, that was Tara from True Blood. I'm just saying.
It is, huh?
Yeah. I'm trying to distract from the moment right now.
Oh, such a good moment.
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. Nothing came out. We're good.
There's more if you need it.
Thank you, ma'am. Been a while since we've had a proper meal.
Actually, I don't think I've ever had a proper meal. This is fucking amazing.
Sorry, Ellie. Let's mind our manners.
What?
What's wrong with you?
What about her manners?
She was just curious.
She was stuffing her face.
Well, you got a couple of 90-year-olds shitting themselves out there. They say that you leave dead bodies around?
Those are the people who tried us.
A bad reputation doesn't mean you're bad.
Not always, at least.
We're grateful for your hospitality and all, but it'd be nice to have a moment here, maybe just for family.
Well, Maria is family.
Oh, shit. Congrats.
Swear to God, Ellie.
We settled here about 7 years ago. Just a handful of us back then.
And you said infected?
Yeah, but usually smaller colonies. All this open country out here, turkey shoot. Still got my 700, but I found a variable power scope, sub-MOA, and headshot those fuckers from a half-mile out.
Can you teach me how?
No, we can't. draw power from a dam.
Got that working a couple years ago. After that, sewage, plumbing, water heaters.
This place actually fucking works.
Sheep.
No way.
That's our newest one. You want to pet her?
Yeah, what's her name? Shimmer.
Oh my god! How
Well, I'm
cute!
sure they like a shower, some new
My
clothes.
baby.
In the empty house across the street from us.
Yeah, pretty much untouched since '03, but I just got the heat going in it. Could do worse.
Oh, trust me, we have been.
We've been doing fine.
Oh my god, Shimmer is just the cutest.
Doesn't seem like you aged much.
You, on the other hand.
Thanks for still giving a shit about me.
Aw.
Pretty decent setup.
So how's Tess?
She's fine, all right.
Good then.
And the kid?
She's the daughter of some Firefly muckety-muck trying to find her family somewhere out here. I was heading in this direction, so
Really? Goodness of your heart.
there's a payment. So you know where they might be?
They got a base down at the University of Eastern Colorado. It is severely fucked up between here and there.
It'll be easy for us, seeing as how you can headshot infected from half a mile away, which is a bunch of bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, I can't go.
Oh, come on. I made it across the country. The two of us can make it from here to Colorado. What, because your wife won't let you?
Joel,
She the one who kept you off the radio? Is that why you stopped messaging me back?
after I ditched the Fireflies, Marie and her crew found me. They're good people. They didn't have to take me in, but they did. And all they ask is that I follow their rules.
I'm your brother.
Yeah, I'm aware. They're very protective of this place. And for good fucking reason. I mean, folks find out we're up here.
No, I heard. Wrong people might show up. Is that what I am?
Joel, I'm
Those
gonna...
things I did, Tommy, those things that you judge me for. I did those things to keep us alive.
We did those things. They weren't things. We murdered people. We survived the only way we knew how.
If you knew the shit that I've been through, Tommy, trying to find you these last few months.
I'm gonna be a father. Maria's a few months along now, so I just gotta be more careful. To be honest, I'm scared to death, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be a good dad.
That's painful.
Guess we'll find out.
I mean, having a kid in the apocalypse is horrifying.
Terrifying, yeah.
That's all you got?
What else am I supposed to say?
Just because life stopped for you doesn't mean it has to stop for me.
Damn.
Go grab some supplies and be out of your hair in the morning.
It's tough.
Yeah. What? Jesus, Joel. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack right now.
I'm sorry about your kids.
It's okay. And kid, Sarah was Joel's daughter. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's okay. I guess that explains him a little.
Look, I'm not going to ask you what you're doing with him.
Good.
But there are clearly things you don't know about Joel.
Oh, like how he used to kill people? I know.
So then you understand my concern.
He doesn't do that anymore.
He stopped killing people?
Innocent ones. And Tommy did it too. Are you worried about him?
Tommy was following Joel, the way you are now.
Well, maybe I'm smarter than Tommy.
Shit.
There's a whole lot you're not telling me. Good. Herein lies the point. Be careful who you put your faith in. The only people who can betray us are the ones we trust.
Just trying to turn her against Joel? Dang. That's what it feels like, no?
I shouldn't have said what I said. I don't even believe it. I know you're happy for me. It's complicated for you. I'm sorry.
This ride to the university, is it a suicide mission?
No, it's dangerous. You can't handle.
You've had people go that way and come back.
All of them. What is this?
She's immune.
What?
She got infected, but she didn't get sick. I saw her get bit myself. That was months ago. Months. She's immune.
I'm glad he's telling him the truth.
Yeah.
from the beginning.
It was Marlene. She hired us to smuggle her to some Fireflies. It went bad. Tess got bit. She made me swear to take the kid. It was her dying wish. What the hell was I supposed to do? We made it as far as KC, and then, you know, she saved my life there from another kid. 5 years ago, I would have destroyed him, but she had to shoot him to save me. Because I was too slow and too fucking deaf to hear him come. And that's all. I saw a man kill his own brother. To save her while I just watched. Today I thought that dog was gonna tear her apart because it smelled something on her. And all I did was stand there. I couldn't move. I couldn't think of anything to say. I was so afraid.
Oh my God.
You think I can still handle things, but I'm not who I was. Lately there are these moments where the fear comes up out of nowhere and my heart feels like it stopped.
Shit.
And I have dreams every night.
What kind of dreams?
I can't remember. I just know that when I wake up, I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep. It's all I do. It's all I've ever done. It's failed.
You want me to take her?
I'm just gonna get her killed, I know it. And I have to leave her. I mean, it's why you took off on me, right? To make up for the things we did. Well, here's your chance to bring your kid into a better world. You're younger than me. You're still strong. You said it yourself. You'll come back. You have to take her.
Pedro's so good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell anyone, not even Maria. Tommy, you're the only one I trust. If anyone else sees those bites on her, what's under her skin, they'll shoot her. It's the last thing I'll ever ask her. I swear.
I would take her out at dawn.
I had the best time.
She knows something. You know your spouse. Like, you give me that look. Oh shit, what happened?
Listen,
Why are you here?
I came here to talk to you.
No, why are you still here? If you're gonna ditch me, ditch me.
What exactly did you hear?
I have to leave her, you have to take her. You know, I stood up for you today because I thought...
I made this decision for your own good. You'll be way better off with Tommy. He knows the area better than I do.
Do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm not her, you know.
Oh, girl, don't do
Maria
that.
told me about Sarah and...
No.
Don't do that.
Don't say another word.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad.
Ouch.
Now come dawn, we're going our separate ways.
Nailed it. Dude, their performances are fucking perfect.
So good. Like, I don't even have much to say while we're watching this. It's just, it's so emotional.
You came here to say goodbye or something?
No, you deserve a choice. I still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
You didn't even have to finish your question.
There's a place for you here, both of you. Counting on it. Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
Because Maria took mine, you know.
I already said yes, Joel.
You're not gonna say more.
Adios, big brother.
You knew Joel wasn't gonna let Ellie go alone.
No, but I also forgot that part of the story, so...
I'm just saying in general, even without knowledge of the game. Joel cares about her. He's not gonna just pass her off to someone else, even Tommy, who he trusts.
Yeah. See, like, the first part of the game and the second part of the game, like, I'm confused. Like, I keep thinking of both and mixing them up.
Wide right. You're flinching.
The target's too
He's
small.
teaching her. Yeah, good.
Rifle just sucks.
Okay, give it.
Doesn't aim right.
You squeeze the trigger like you love it. Gentle, steady, nice and slow.
You gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant?
Okay, so now...
It isn't gonna work. It doesn't aim right. You dick.
She sounds like me. So...
That conversation, definitely turning point. It's a hard thing to tell anybody in this world who survived this long that you don't know what loss is. That's a hard thing to tell someone.
Back then, there were basically two main ways of looking at things. Some people wanted to own everything. Some people didn't want anyone to own anything at all.
Which one were you?
Neither, I just did my job.
Which was building?
That's right. We were called contractors.
The contractor. That's pretty cool.
We were cool. Everybody loved contractors.
Nice.
Aww.
Made it in 5 days.
Easy days. I don't know what Tommy was so afraid of.
Still time to find out.
Still time to find out. The contractor.
I love them so much. They have so much just connection.
The big horns. What does that mean?
Okay.
King mascot.
Okay, yeah.
One step closer to your dream. Don't see any fireflies, though.
This is so good. Oh my god, this is so good.
It's just like how horrifying of a, like,
These places, people would live here and, like...
university
what,
just
stuff?
completely barren and just destroyed.
I don't want a sheep ranch, actually. I mean, if the deal is I can do anything.
That's the deal.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer. Why is that funny?
You gotta sing something now.
No.
Come on, man. I'm not gonna laugh.
You're already laughing.
Well, you're singing for me later. I'm gonna save the fucking world, man. That's the least you can do for me. Are those monkeys?
Must be from the old labs.
Oh my god. Slightly terrifying.
Here we go.
Oh my god, this is so good.
There's a packing list. Something you make before moving.
They just left.
Uh-oh. Oh god. Oh shit.
That's where they went.
All the pins lead there. Maybe getting ahead of the weather. Better facilities? I don't know.
Shit.
Shit.
Joe!
Oh, shit. Well, there's that.
See, you still got it.
Shit. Oh, God.
Get on the horse. Joe? Joe, no, no, no! Shit! Joe? Shh. Open your eyes. Joe, you gotta get up. I can't fucking do this without you. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What the fuck I'm gonna do. Joel.
That was such a good episode.
It was so good.
They're doing, I mean, we keep talking about it. They're doing an amazing job. I mean, the performances in this episode were so good.
Excellent work.
I mean, Pedro just...
Seeing him cry, are you serious? Like...
His two scenes, like seeing Tommy and then having the two conversations with Tommy and then the conversation with Ellie, like, those were perfect.
They were.
And
so good.
Ellie's response to Joel when she found out that he was gonna, like, pass her off to Tom, like, so good. I mean, everything about this show is about the emotional just connection and story that these people are going through, and they're nailing it. Every single time, they are nailing it.
Yeah.
Visually, Jackson looked amazing.
Like, perfect.
Everything,
so perfect.
Everything about the university looked awesome. Just the scenery on their walks, amazing. Just, this obviously had a little bit less action, and we haven't really seen Infected. Like, there was nothing in this episode, which, I mean, that's kind of the way it goes. But, I mean, the moment Tommy and Joel saw each other, and, like, he screamed Tommy's name, and, like, he jumped off his horse, and Tommy came running down those stairs. Like, so good. The emotion there is just, you feel it, and this show would literally be nothing without these performers.
Oh my god. It is literally all about Pedro and
I mean,
Bella.
the dynamic that they have together,
yes.
It's just, you see it growing, and you see, like, the moment they had that conversation, and obviously they've been busting each other's chops for a while now, but Joel is losing confidence in his ability because he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
He had the situation in Kansas City where he had to get help from Ellie to kill that kid, and he's just feeling not as confident again because his, like, when you get older, your skills deteriorate. You don't get as sharp and not as fast.
Your reflexes are just not what they used to be.
And so it probably, like, on paper, it probably sounds like a great plan to have Tommy, who's younger, who could fight. Like, we saw that he's got that military background that we saw in episode 1. And he's younger brother, so it probably makes sense on paper, but you ain't gonna leave Ellie. Like, there's no way it's gonna happen.
You have a relationship. You have, you care for each other.
And it's such a difficult thing. I said it during the episode, but it's such a hard thing to tell anybody in this world that you don't understand loss. It's like, yes, you dealt with a lot and you've done a lot, but, I mean, everyone has lost in this world. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to just put that on someone. And Ellie is like, yeah, I've lost everyone who's ever been close to me except for you, and now you want to hand me off to someone else to get this job done.
Yeah.
And
ouch.
Yeah. It's just so much emotion. The show would literally be nothing without their performances. Because, I mean, the visuals are great, but if the actors didn't...
If you're not selling me on it, like, through your acting ability, then it means absolutely nothing.
I think...
It's so good.
I think through these first handful of episodes, I think Ellie and Joel, Bella, and Pedro have been perfect.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't think there's any question about it in my eyes how good they are and how perfectly they're nailing the role. Mm-hmm. And... I'm not going to obviously say anything, but there were a lot of little teases in this episode for future stuff. And I can't wait for it to unfold and see how the story plays out. Because there were a lot of little nuggets in there. And it's funny, as I'm talking in the beginning of this video about, like, oh, my brain does, like, things are triggering.
Yes.
As we're watching it, like, things are kind of triggering in my head, like, oh, yeah, okay, that's where we're going.
See, this is why I don't want to go back and watch our, like, gameplay of it. Like, I keep saying, like, oh, I need to go back and watch it. But actually, no. I don't want to go back and watch the gameplay. I like watching the show for what it is, and it's so good.
We're essentially reliving the story through a different version live action.
Correct.
Because like this episode felt like it was very much from the game, but there have been lots of stuff that haven't been from the game. A lot of scenes and a lot of characters and certain portrayals and just certain parts of the story that they're telling here aren't copied from the game, but there are some things that are literally word for word from the game.
Right.
So it's just, I feel like they've really nailed that balance for the game players. I know there's been a lot of stuff that some of the game players who are like hardcore game players are maybe not happy about, but I would never call myself like a hardcore gamer. I love TV shows, and like I view all content kind of the same. A story game, a TV show, a movie, it's all very similar. Like obviously it's just very different dynamic when you're playing a game. It's part of the reason why I've never really liked any game adaptations, because part of the fun in playing a game is you're in control.
You
it's
make
like
the choices.
The Last of Us is very linear in terms of the story, in terms of the gameplay, but you could still do a lot of things whatever you want. You could play it however you want. You could play it like me, like a friggin' moron, and just run and gun and not do stealth well and try to just get into a fight and literally die 1,000 times. Or you could be super stealth and crawl around and play really slow and not die and kill. I mean, you get your choice of how you want to play it. And part of the reason why I've never been a big fan of game adaptations is because if I'm watching a Resident Evil movie, I want to be in control of it. I want to be playing it. And I think that's why, and I'm going to keep saying it too, that this is easily the best game adaptation I've ever seen.
Yes.
And it's just, again, it goes back to really all of the delivery, all the performances. Everyone has been amazing. Like going back to episode 1 with like Sarah and that whole performance, and Henry and Sam and that performance. It's just never ending of how good these characters and these actors are nailing these spots. It's just...
And just so much better live action. So much better.
I mean, it's all a preference, and our biggest preference...
I prefer this.
I mean, the game was incredible, and it had its emotion without question, but live action always hits a little harder for me personally. There's just something that feels different with live actors acting it out and performing it, and it has to be done well. Again, they're doing an amazing job, because if they didn't cast properly and the performances weren't great, the game would be slaughtering this show.
Yeah.
But it's not, and it's on par with what the game delivered. And yeah, it's been so good. I'm horrified and excited with where we're going, and I love the little sprinkle of things that they kind of hinted at that you guys, for those who didn't play the game, you'll see once it plays out, you'll come back to this episode and be like, oh my god, I remember so-and-so from so-and-so. So I think it's going to be great.
I am really digging the scenery, because those are the parts that trigger memories of the game for me. Like
the moment we walked into the university.
Oh my god.
The moment you saw Jackson, like when they peeped over that hill.
Yes, when they got into Jackson, I was like, oh my god.
It looks so good.
They did so good. Even the room, Ellie's room. Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, it's all been, just going to keep praising this show like crazy, because no bullshit, it's that good. I think it's one of the best shows we've seen in a long time. I mean, we've seen a lot of really good shows.
I mean, slow down. There's some really good shows out there.
I think it's been, I'm loving it. I think it's up there with some
it's definitely up there. I don't know if it's better, but
you got to see how it plays out, because we're only episode 6 in. But yeah, it's really good. I'm loving it. And the non-action moments are really well done. Mm-hmm. Just the dialogue, and just it's well written, and yeah, I think they're doing a really good job, and I'm loving it. So, broken record. I'm just going to keep repeating myself over and over and over again.
That's okay.
Anything else?
No.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments. We'll see you guys later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.